For my term paper, I wrote about antitrust laws and specifically how it affects sports and Major League Baseball, since Major League Baseball is exempt from antitrust laws. Um, guess what I liked about this paper was how it did relate to sports, since that's my career field, hopefully. Um, since I'm a sports management double major with business. Um, it relates more to my field, um, and I'm seeing how kind of like business law can relate over to the sports industry. It was cool seeing like one specific aspect of that and being able to talk about antitrust laws and how they relate to a bunch of different professional sports leagues and even college athletics too. Um, that's I got to specifically talk about baseball since they're exempt from the antitrust laws. And since baseball is like my favorite sport and the one I'm hopefully gonna work in, that was cool. Because it's gonna be important for my career, being able to or having to know the antitrust laws since it's important. Since I'll be working hopefully in a baseball team's front office and working with the business side of things. So it kind of it's helpful. Um, so that's what I liked about it. Just kind of getting relate business law to like the sports world, um, and the sports business. um, what I disliked about it was, I guess the research was kind of hard. I'm not sure if it was just the topic that I chose, maybe, but a lot of the articles that I found were kind of saying the same things for the most part. So I had to search a lot to find articles that talked about different kinds of things with antitrust laws. Because a lot of them just talked about the basics of what are antitrust laws and how they how they affected sports industries. And then there was like an article specifically on baseball being exempt and all that, but a lot of the articles were talking about that and antitrust laws in general in sports. So that was kind of what I didn't I just didn't like that about how it was. It was hard to find research on it, especially like good research. Um, I did find enough sources. Um, yeah, I didn't. So I also didn't like how. I mean, this is not really on the project, but I guess it's not really like a dislike, or maybe this is something I would change, but not really about the paper, about like how I went about doing it. Um, I didn't. I wish I would have submitted a draft, honestly, because I feel like that would have helped. Um, but I just didn't have time earlier on in the semester. Um, I think a draft would have helped out getting able to, or being able to see what kind of feedback I would have been able to get on it. Um, I like that. I like that that's an option though. So because people that are able to take advantage of that, um, it's a good thing that because I would have done that as I feel like it would have been helpful for this assignment. Um, but still, I feel like I feel like it's a good assignment. It's not terribly long. Like the 5 pages minimum isn't too bad, but like I said earlier, it was hard for me for my paper. I don't think I reached it because of how scarce the research was really. So I'm not even sure if I reached the minimum of what I was supposed to. But yeah, I'd also change that if I go back. I don't know, just I guess put even more work in finding more sources. But nothing I can do now, I guess. um, I guess what was difficult and easy was, I guess the research was difficult again, like I've been saying. Um, I don't know if that's just for my topic or if anyone else would say that they've had difficulty doing the research, but the research was difficult finding like everything for it. Um, and then what was easy? I guess once I had like all the sources like laid out and how I wanted to lay out my paper, writing it wasn't too hard. So I could just put the information down and reference sources and talk about it. Um, since it is sports, I know what it was talking about and I could easily talk about it. So that's what I would say would have been the easy part of the paper. Um, yeah, I think that's pretty much it.